Hi friends, welcome to Agro Africa YouTube channel. If you've not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe now and also click on the like icon. Tomatoes are one of the most popular vegetables in many countries of the world, including Nigeria. It's used in a variety of dishes, such as stews, salads, soups, and jollof rice. Tomatoes are popular not only for the delicious flavor they provide to our dishes, but also for the numerous health benefits they provide. Vitamin C, vitamin E, and beta-carotene are all abundant in this fruit. Tomatoes can also aid to improve eye health and sharpness. The tomato's bright red color also indicates that it is a strong source of antioxidants. Business overview. In Nigeria, there is a lot of demand for tomatoes. Nigerians consume almost a ton of tomato paste per year, over 1.5 million tons of fresh tomatoes. Nigeria is also Africa's leading importer of tomato paste. Despite its high tomato output, Nigeria spends up to $500 million per year on imported tomato goods, particularly purees, pastes, and canned tomatoes, making it one of the world's largest importers of tomato paste. Soil requirements and water. Tomatoes should be planted in loose, well-drained soil. Late tomatoes thrive in heavy clay loam. Before planting, amend the soil with old compost or commercial organic planting mix. Tomatoes thrive in soil with a pH of 6.0 to 7.0. Every week, the plants require 1 to 1.5 inches of water. Crop planting. Tomatoes are simple to grow, and anyone can do it, whether in commercial amounts or for personal use. It can be grown all year if an irrigation system is present. You can still avoid the wet seasons if you don't want to. If you're growing it for a living, I'd recommend installing an artificial irrigation system to keep the crops hydrated. Tips for starting tomato farming. 1. Select your site. Select a fertile piece of land that isn't too distant from the market. You can also use the direct seeds planting method, which involves planting directly on nursery soil or in seed trays. The tomato plants are propagated, fostered, and cultivated in a nursery before being put in the main fields. Tomato seedlings can also be grown at any of the following facilities. Open field. After the soil is loosened, the beds in open fields are raised. This form of nursery should only be used when the natural conditions for plant growth and development are favorable. It's usually utilized in the dry season, but farmers will need to employ pesticides to keep insects and other pests away from their crops. Elevated raised beds coated in plastic in polytunnels. The plastic roofing will not only shield the seedlings from the elements, but they will also aid in moisture conservation and temperature regulation. This is for professionals and anyone who are serious about farming. If you're a newbie, don't try it unless you're under the supervision of a pro. Net house. This is a somewhat modified / controlled environment known as a net home. This strategy can be used to control bug and other pest infestations. Greenhouse. A greenhouse is a controlled environment in which buildings are given proper ventilation, watering, and fertilizer application. There are additional facilities in many of them that help regulate the temperature. This is for professionals and major big-time agricultural investments, just like the polytunnels. If you're a newbie, don't try it unless you'll be supervised by an expert. These are the tomato growing mediums or facilities. Don't go overboard with your spending. Any of the options is fine as long as the seedlings are sheltered from the elements. 2. Preparing the soil for suitable farming. In most regions of the country, the rainy season begins in March/April, so you can start preparing the nursery then. While tomatoes thrive in a variety of soil types, experts recommend using loose loamy soil for the nursery. Clear any grasses or rubble from the ground before loosening the soil using a hoe or hand trowel. Remove the tomato seeds and scatter them on the prepared soil, then cover with dry grass to ensure good growth. Covering it will also assist to keep the crop moist and protected from birds and other animals who may try to devour the tomato growing seeds. To allow appropriate growth, germination must occur before the dry grasses are removed. After a month, the transplant should be done. 3. Fertilizer application. Weeding should be done 2 months after transplanting. If you have a large farm, you will need to hire some helpers to assist you as you supervise the entire procedure to ensure that your plants are not harmed. You'll need to apply fertilizers after the first weeding to assist recover the soil nutrients that the weeds have absorbed. To thrive, tomatoes require nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, potash, and calcium, as well as other trace elements. 4. Plant varieties and their yields. Beefsteak, Campari, cherry, grapes, oxheart, plum, pear, tomberries, and globe tomatoes are among the several tomato kinds grown around the world. Because of its slim and sturdy structure, I recommend the Roma tomato to a beginner farmer. It is widely utilized in Nigeria and has no adverse effects on the environment. The suggested variety, the Roma cultivar, is popular due to its large size and bright red color. Both canning and tomato paste manufacture are possible with the Roma types. 5. Planting times based on the season. During the rainy season, you can grow tomatoes. In most regions of the country, the rainy season begins in March/April, so you can begin preparing the nursery then. 6. Harvesting. When the skin of the tomato begins to turn red, it's time to pick them. Holding the fruit in one hand and the stem in the other, carefully grasp the fruit and slowly pull the plant. To help safeguard the bud, break the stalk that has formed above the calyx. Tomatoes are harvested in batches, which means you'll have to keep harvesting every week until the season is over. The plants will continue to produce until the dry seasons arrive, when they will perish due to the extreme heat. If you enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.